This is Outside the Round with Matt Burrill, a Raise Rowdy podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Outside the Round with me, Matt Burrill. Today, a very special guest, a guy who I've admired for a long time. He's popped in and hung out at some of our events here in town. He's from one of my favorite cities in the world, Birmingham, by God, Alabama.
Yes,
it's my man, Sebastian Kole, also known as PYNK BEARD. What's going on, brother? Thanks for coming on and doing this.
Man, good morning to you, and I'm more than thrilled to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Dude, so talking about Alabama, everybody talks in Nashville like Georgia's the state, and there's all this music out of Georgia. If you go on that, if you hop on I-20 and you go across that border, man, you're from such a rich musical town, a rich musical state. Talk about the hometown of Birmingham, Alabama, and growing up down there.
I always say that the Bible Belt is real, and Birmingham is probably the buckle. You know, like it's literally right in the middle of the Bible Belt. And so it's a church on every corner, and with churches on every corner come instruments on every corner. So you got all these kids that want to participate in the church service. And so you pick up the drums, or you pick up a guitar, or you pick up the piano, blah, blah. And so it's a really rich musical town, really rich musical scene. I'm really proud to be from it, man.
Yeah,
really
man.
proud.
So when does a guy like you get his start?
Oh my God! The day I quit making music was the day I started making music. I try to tell the story super quick, but I had been trying, wrote an album that was doing really, locally doing really well. I was maybe almost 20 years ago now. Wrote this album, was doing really well with it locally. Like anytime somebody came to town, I got to open for them. Like I was, becoming a local thing.
And what genres of music were you opening for people?
Singer-songwriter stuff, man.
Okay.
But because Birmingham is an R&B town.
Yeah.
Or a country town. I was kind of in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I could open for, I don't know if you remember, oh my God, my name, Dwelle, I could open for Dwelle. Or I could open for the Matthew Mayfield Project.
Yeah.
You might not remember that. But anyway, point being, I kind of could swing in a lot of ways. 'Cause I played instruments, but I had groove, whatever. So I couldn't figure out how to get out of Birmingham, right? I was doing really well, like locally, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, but I couldn't get out of that. And my band members all moved, and left me there by myself. And I went on this little tour, headlining for this Motown cover band in France. And it was horrible. And I landed back on my 30th birthday, and I was like, man, it's time to get a big boy job. I can't keep doing this. And my uncle picked me up from the airport in Atlanta. It was January the 17th, 2012. Never forget that.
Wow.
I just turned 30. And I put my head against the window and I started crying. And I was like, man, that's enough of that, right? Like, I got to go get a big boy job. And the moment I did that, and you can check the weather if you'd like, it started raining. And it was just like the worst rom-com sad moment.
Yeah.
You get, right? It's just, woe is me. And at that point, maybe 5 minutes later, my phone rang. It was my friend Mike Warren from home. I don't know if you know.
Oh, I know Michael. Michael's good people,
Shout out to
man.
Mike
I
Warren,
love
man.
Michael
That's
Warren,
my
man.
buddy,
What a
My
good
buddy.
guy.
What a good guy, man. And he called. He said, man, I got some bad news and some good news. I said, well, give me the bad news first. He said, man, you remember we had written a song back the summer before. And he was like, yeah, they tried to get it to Sierra and it didn't work. And I was like, you know what, Mike, man? That's okay. I got to quit today, man. I got to get my head out of the clouds. It's time to be a grown-up. And he said, well, you might want to hear the good news. And I said, well, what's the good news? He said, it didn't work for Sierra because they gave it to J-Lo. And she's premiering it on American Idol. And I was like, yeah. And so the day I quit making music was the day I got my first cut. And so then I moved out to L.A., took the little, because it was on a movie. That track was on a movie. So, you get paid kind of up front for that. I didn't have a publishing deal or anything. So they just wrote me a check.
Wow.
So I took that little money, man, and moved out to L.A. Didn't know how expensive L.A. was. So,
yeah.
But within 3 weeks, man, I had signed a record deal and a publishing deal. And I went on to write the Alessia Cara stuff and, really changed my life around that. But it got started, basically, I've been writing songs for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And right when I quit, that's when it worked.
That's wild, man. And that's the way that the world works, and that's the way the man upstairs works, man.
Facts, man.
You think one door is closing, and then an even bigger one's opening up. And look at where that took you, man, all these years later.
My God. And crazy part is this part of my life, and I'm sure we'll get to that later, but this part of my life is kind of a rehash of that same thing. I had gotten to a point where, songwriting had gotten, I don't want to say boring, but, redundant. right? Like I just feel like I'm writing the same song over and over again. I wasn't like excited about it anymore, and I missed the expression in music. Shout out to all the artists out there doing their thing, and however you express is wonderful. But like I'm loud, and I'm dynamic, and I like, vocal parodies, and like I like dynamics, and I felt like music had kind of become, 2-3 notes in a row, and it just got boring. And I really was about to quit writing songs. I was putting my house up for sale in LA. I was gonna move back home and figure out something else to do. And I had written a couple songs for another artist that felt good, and I kept trying to get him to that artist. But every time I sent it to him, someone would go, "Who's that singing?" And I go, "Oh, that's me." And they go, "Oh, you should do that." And I thought they were saying, "Get these trash songs away from me. Just keep them to yourself." But eventually I was like, okay, I'll just do it myself. And that's how this happened. And this has been the happiest year of my adult life.
That's awesome.
Hands down. Hands down.
That's awesome. And what was it like moving from the 205 out to LA? Like going from Birmingham to LA, man.
Yeah.
Two incredibly different places.
I was paying $625 for rent in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Comparable apartment when I moved to LA, $1,875.
Jeez, almost 3 times. About 3 times.
Right at 3
exactly.
times.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, I had $27,000 that I made from the writing thing.
Yeah.
So I paid off all my student loans. I don't have student loan, guys.
Hey.
So I paid off all my student loans, so I'm like, okay, I'm good. I got like $7,000 left once I finish up. I'm like, okay, this will get me through a couple months. By the time I paid first and last month, you read, getting all my deposits, I had like maybe $2,000 left, man. So I was really in a hustle to get there. When I got there, again, within 3 weeks, I signed a deal. I didn't know a soul when I showed up. But every day I was like, hey, man, can I write with you? Can I write with you? And the thing about LA is they're like, yeah, come write with me. I don't know why they're that way in LA, but
that's just how it is.
Just that way. People are always looking for something new. So they would let me in the room, and every time they go, you can really write. You should go meet such and such tomorrow. I go do that, and within 3 weeks, someone was like, hey, I'll sign that. And right the day my second month rent was due, I got a little deal, man. I was like, all right, this works out. And I just had to hold on until I could actually make some money, man. But the thing, I'm a homebody for the most part. I just like to go to work, go home. Simple man in that regard. So the things that you might hear about LA, I don't even know about it. Never saw it. Didn't go.
Because you weren't out.
I wasn't out, man. I'm here to make some money.
Yeah.
I make some friends at work, but other than that, man, just I lay low. Get out to the beach every now and then.
Yeah. Talk about growing up and your family and coming up and being the guy. I don't know if you come from like a musical family, or you were talking about your sister before we came on here. Now, how you thought like she was listening to Adele and she can sing, but talk about just little Sebastian and growing up like you did.
Man, my mom and dad were both preachers. My dad was a pastor. I grew up in a really like Jesus first type place. Yeah. And so I spent a lot of time in church.
Yeah.
My godmother was the organ player at the first church that we kind of came up born into, and I'm sitting out in the like pews, and my godmother gets to sit up there on the organ, and she gets juice.
Oh, that's a big deal in a hot church,
right?
In Alabama.
Juice, what I'm saying? She gets juice. So I would work my way to go sit by her because she would let me sit by her. It's my godmother, right?
Yeah.
And she would give me juice.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is the seat. This is where you want to sit, right? Like you get juice, you get to play, you can be loud.
You're up high. You're up high over everybody.
Like it's crazy, right? It's the best seat in the house. It's not like the pulpit seats. It's wide, you know what I'm saying? So it's bigger than the pastor seat, right? It's great. And so I wanted to sit in that seat. And so my godmother taught lessons at her house on the weekends. And my mom would drop me off over there. But my godmother's husband did not want me playing a piano because that was for girls. He just did not want me to play piano.
Really?
Did not.
Even in the time of like guys like Jerry Lee Lewis and Ray Charles, and there's so many guys that were...
He did not. That was for girls.
Wow.
And my godmother, God rest her soul, man, I miss that lady. And my godmother said, oh, Bo, let him play. And he just did not like it. He didn't like that. But he would leave the house, and every time she would go get up, right? Now I run in there and beat around. It was the best. God rest that lady soul. That's how I kind of got my start as a like picking around on pianos, and then I've always liked words. You can tell I talk a lot.
Yeah.
And so I started writing songs, man. I wrote my first song for the kids' choir when I was 5, man. It's a song called God Is My Inspiration. And they sang it. They sang the song, right? Like, what is that? I got a cut at 5, right?
Yeah.
I'm a winner.
Yeah, you're up.
And from that point on, man, I always, it was my way of expression. Again, I do come from my folk were really religious. My father was really strict. So there's a lot of things I couldn't say.
Yeah.
But I could sing, right? And my mom always made sure that I had that as a space, no matter how I felt. And I'm so appreciative for that, man. Like, no matter how I felt. And I found ways to, like, say more than what I said, right? And I think that's probably, if I have a superpower, that's it. Like, to put more into a word.
And is that in the inflection vocally? Is that in the keys that you're pressing?
The keys. It's in where you put that word, how you hide that little turn of phrase. It's you want to, because you only get so many words,
yeah,
right? So you got to say a lot,
yeah,
in a few words, and that saved my life on many an occasion, man. And you know, my family is not necessarily. I mean, my little sister, my baby sister, hey praise, she's can really sing. Like, she out sings me every day.
Yeah,
but she doesn't sing. She doesn't like to perform. I like to perform. Yeah, you know, like I
like to entertain somebody.
I love it, man. I love it, man. I get to sit in that seat, man. You know, like, you get juice up there, bro. Don't forget that. Right?
Oh yeah.
So I really like that. But you know, and we sang a lot around the house. Me and my mom like make up little jingles with each other, and she's always been really encouraging of that. And even my dad really liked the fact that I wrote songs because, you know, of course he wanted me to do gospel music, and for a while I did. I did a couple albums with gospel, but I still feel like what I make now is the good news, man. It's just, you know, a different version of good news.
Yeah, man. I mean, your biggest song, "Mine Lord Willing," that could be interpreted as a gospel track.
Man, the thing about that particular song, bro.
Yeah, walk me through it.
Yeah, I feel like life works better when you learn to love somebody that's not yourself, right? And a part of my being a man and that I love is that, like, as a man, I can make some mistakes, right? I can pick myself up, dust myself off, go on about my business, right? Sometimes I feel like we don't offer that same grace to our lady friends, right? If they're not ladylike or whatever. And I just feel like God loves all, man.
Yeah.
Right? And so to the lady that might dance a little bit on Friday and go to church on Sunday, you all right with me. You know what I'm saying? You might have a little sip every now and then. You okay with me. And so that is the good news to me, guys.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, man. Yeah. So you obviously you have like the country background. You grew up in Alabama. Yeah. You have those country roots, but you get thrown into like the pop world as a writer. You come from that gospel background. You have the R&B and the blues, and you've kind of done it all. What brings you to going into PYNK BEARD, the country artist, in 2025?
My first album, as Sebastian Kole, I was signed to Motown back in 2012. My first album was supposed to be country, and but Motown didn't quite get that at the time.
Dude, way ahead of its time.
Yeah,
2012, it wasn't there quite yet.
Bro, Mike Warren was doing some. I just talked to Mike about this. We were both doing this like thing, right? And they just didn't get it, so I kind of R&B'd that one out. But it was still very singer-songwritery. It still had like a lot of guitars in it, but they were like, oh, let's push it a little more R&B. So we did. And I've always wanted to be in this space. How am I saying this? I have this little saying that says, if you can write a song, you can write a song. Right? It's right. If you can write a song, you can write a song.
Yeah.
I don't really determine the genre. The producer does. I'm going to write the same song, right? The producer makes it.
What way he or she wants to take it, that's up to them.
Yeah, if they want to make it guitars and, you know, live drums, or if they want to do rock it, I'm going to write the same lyric and melody, right?
Yeah.
So it's been great to be able to, like, you know, do some pop stuff and some R&B stuff. I've done some reggae stuff. I've been nominated for a Grammy in reggae, R&B, pop, and hip hop, right? Like, which, you know,
it's just wild.
And technically musicals, right?
Yeah.
I won a Grammy for a musical. So
which musical was that?
Hell's Kitchen with Alicia Keys last year. We won for best soundtrack. I mean, with best musical album.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I was one of the only like 2 songs that she didn't write on that and I wrote one.
Outside cut. Wow. That's a
Yeah,
big
so
deal.
I'm really proud of that. to be honest.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But yeah, so it's been really great to get back to this because it's like this is what the country feels like to me, right? And the country is like it's very blues influenced where I come from, and gospel influenced, and traditional country influenced, and honky tonk influenced, and even like hip hop, because all that stuff really kind of originated out of the same cup of folk, right? Just folk in the backwoods figuring out what their neighborhood sounds like. And Birmingham is literally in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
Right? Like people come down from Nashville all the time, and people come up from Mobile all the time.
Come east from Atlanta.
You're right. Coming west, well, from the west from New Orleans, and we kind of like when Katrina happened, so many folk from New Orleans moved up to Birmingham.
Really?
So many.
I didn't know that.
So many.
Makes sense.
I made one of my best friends in life moving up. They moved up from New Orleans. And then a lot of them kept going to Atlanta, and then some folk went out to Houston. But so many folks stopped in New Orleans, and I got a real taste of like, oh, what Zydeco was. Like, really, I knew there was a bar named Zydeco, but I didn't really know what Zydeco music was.
Yeah.
Right? And people come down from Nashville because they come in a tour, and, you get to meet all these folk. And it's like, oh, okay. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. And it finds a way, it kind of bleeds into what you do. And I think Birmingham's a great city for that. And you can hear all those influences. And I try to just bring them all together and kind of, here's how I interpreted that and handled that.
Yeah. So who were some of the country inspirations for you? Like folks that you remember coming down from Nashville back in the day, or folks that you're like, man, this country thing's pretty cool. I relate to this shit.
This is going to sound so cliche, but hear me out, man. My great granddad, God rest his soul, was the world's largest Dolly Parton fan.
Really?
Bro, my granddad didn't listen to nothing
But Dolly.
He had a record player, 4 records, all Dolly Parton.
No way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when my grandma, like my mother's mother, love of my life, hey, Journey Boo, that she was my great granddaddy's favorite. Well, I guess favorite, but she thinks she is favorite, and that's what matters. And so we spent a lot of time over there. And then on Saturday, you hear him playing Dolly Parton, and it's like, okay, I like that lady. My granddad liked that lady. I like that lady. And so, but even from that, like Johnny Cash, I'm into people who I feel like tell a story just a little outside the box, right? Because we all telling the same story, basically. Yeah. I like her. I used to like her. I don't like her. I don't like them. I like them, right? But if certain people kind of put a lens on it, it's like, I like the way they saw that. And so Dolly was one of those people for me. Johnny's one of those people for me. Oddly enough, say what you will, Shaboos is one of those people for me.
Yeah.
I like the way, it's this lens on it. It's not that he's saying anything that's like, oh, that's a new world, but it's like, that's how he saw that, and I love that. Wait, the song was just in my head and then it left. Oh my God, my brain just. I'm sorry.
No, you're good,
my brain just literally drew a blank.
Is it a modern?
No, it's a older. Oh, I said Johnny. God, my brain just went. I'm so sorry.
Where would they be from? Describe them to me.
Oh, you know what? I know what I was about to say. The Allman Brothers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
A lot of people like that. When I was in college is when I really, really got into the Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
I played in this little band called Rochambeau at University of Alabama, and they played me Whipping Post for the first time.
Oh, dude, one of the greatest of all time.
And I was like, what was that? Like,
that's
right. But it's that little frame, that little. Like, I knew that, okay, these are country folk. Like, these folks from where I'm from, it feels like where I'm from.
Yeah.
But just that little frame.
So much of that Southern rock and so much of that classic rock, like the Eagles would be considered a country band in 2025.
Yeah.
You know?
But it blurs like that. And some people go, that's not country. And I could see why you would say that.
Yeah.
But they're from the country.
Yeah.
That's just that's how the country feels to them.
Leonard Skinner, Molly Hatchet, The Outlaws, all those great bands.
If you think Leonard Skinner is in the country band, I don't know if I understand what you think of as country. Right? Because...
Yeah, like Give Me 3 Steps, that opening guitar lick, that's a modern Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan song.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like, and it all borrows from each other because we all grew up listening to all of that.
Yes.
So we borrow little pieces of it, and then we put it together and they go, okay, that's country now.
Yeah.
But it may have started out as a rock lick, or it may have started out as a honky-tonk lick, or it may have started out even as an R&B lick. Like I listen to people. If you ever listen to Nirvana,
Yeah.
is it Dave, the drummer,
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, okay, he borrowed from oh my God, he played it all the time. It's like a old R&B, like so soul.
Old R&B, soul.
Right. So, oh my God, his drummer for. I can't think of it. Anyway, point being, we listen to these things, we borrow them, and then we institute it in what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now that becomes an alternative thing, but we borrowed that from over here, and that person borrowed it from somebody, right? Like, but music, I think, is the first great open source media, right? Hey, man, I did this thing, right? You want to do something with it? And it's like, yeah, I'll borrow a little piece of that, right? And I feel like as long as we show love to the people that we borrowed it from, that's what it's for.
Yeah, look at the world of hip hop. Hip hop was all
samples.
It was samples. It was guys going to those big record meetups in New York or Atlanta or Chicago or LA, and the DJs coming up with a beat and then the lyricists collaborating on the beat.
Boom, boom. And I think that's what makes the best. That's what makes for like the most authentic sound.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing when you're trying to sound like that person, but your experience it doesn't feel quite like that person.
Yeah.
What do you offer, right? Like, what's your thing? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when people really can lean into their thing and not be afraid of like the standard, you know, I feel like we make better music, man.
Yeah, man. And one of the things that is your thing, talk about when does Sebastian Kole become PYNK BEARD?
Oh, man, yeah.
Tell me that story, because I'm sure that's a hell of a story. And that happened in Alabama, that happened in L.A.
Happened in L.A. PYNK BEARD is officially, he just turned 1 like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. So this is a recent.
Very recent.
This is a recent thing.
Very recent. I was actually hosting a birthday party for a friend of mine last July. And she has these twin brother pastors. They're from New York. They do fashion, but they pastor a congregation in LA. Twin brothers. And their fashion sense is very bright.
Yeah.
That's kind of, but they style. She does very bright colors too. She's in fashion. And they had this color in their hair. And when they came in, I was like, yo, I really like that color in your hair. That's nice. If I still had hair, I'd do that to my hair.
Yeah.
And one of the brothers was like, man, you got hair. It's just on your face. And I was like, what? Don't think I won't. He's like, you won't. I did it, right? And the reason that I did it was just like I wanted to rebrand Sebastian Kole, because people know Sebastian Kole is like this songwriter and, you know, whatever. And shout out to Sebastian Kole, me. But people kind of have an idea of what that was, and I wanted to be like, okay, this ain't that, right? Don't. Let me do
It's
this.
still me, but it's the other side of me.
me.
It's me, the artist, versus me, the songwriter.
Yeah. And this guy is loud. This is the old me. This is the me I grew up in.
This is the you that was cutting his teeth in Birmingham, going out with that groove band in France.
Yeah,
like
man.
This is the pre-LA.
Yeah, like the rules hadn't quite set in yet. You know, just kind of having a good time. And because Sebastian is, you know, living in LA, and you got to abide by certain rules, man. You know, I have to keep myself. I never want to get involved in that, and I don't want anyone to ever say I did that. And I lived in a very if you ask about me in LA, they'll tell you, hey, he comes to work, he goes home. I never see him out, right? But when I'm at home, oh, I'm a rowdy boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside, man. You know, and this guy gets to go back outside around his friends and get drunk and have a good time.
Yeah.
And, you know, just so I'm back, man. I'm back.
And it's the songwriting versus the being the entertainer on the stage. Like, you're the guy on stage, ripping the keys and singing
having
and
a good time,
making people happy or feel something.
Yes.
So PYNK BEARD's the entertainer. Sebastian is the songwriter.
Absolutely.
Do you find it hard to balance both, or have we been in full PYNK BEARD mode for the last year?
I've been doing a little writing, man. I get the chance to, as a matter of fact, Walker Hayes' last album, the first 2 songs on it, I wrote them.
Another Alabama boy.
Yeah, Mobile. Shout out Walker, man.
Yeah,
Good
man.
guy, man. I get a chance to do a little writing every now and then, which I do enjoy. But for the most part, I've been going just PYNK BEARD. I had a lot of shows I've been kind of getting into, and you know, trying to build that brand, and you know. But I do enjoy writing. The writing world is getting so different.
What changes have you seen? Because you're coming up on like OG status, where you've been doing this thing a long time, and you've been doing it commercially for a long time, over a decade now.
Yes.
What have you seen? And now being out here in Nashville, or being back in home base in Birmingham, which geographically just makes sense for you to come up and write here in Nashville.
Absolutely.
What have you seen as like the changes from when?
Man, the way you make a dollar is so different. When I had my first like large success, it was movies, right, and then radio.
Sync and radio.
Sync and radio, and that's where the money is. And as it kind of the focus left sync and radio and kind of moved into streaming, which is great for an artist and could be great for a record label.
And it's great for a consumer.
Great for a consumer, horrible for a songwriter.
Yes.
Right? And so I'm watching checks. Like I've had some $1 million publishing checks in real life in 3 months.
Wow.
And I watched that go from $1 million to $500.
Wow.
Right? And both of these are true statements.
Yeah.
Right? From $1 million in 3 months to $500. Because, you know, you move away from radio, and so it's like, okay, I need to figure out another way to make some money. One of the reasons that I'm doing this, not gonna lie to you, hey man, I can get on stage and make a couple dollars tonight.
Yeah.
Right? I can still do what I love. I can make some people happy, but I can get paid tonight.
And you can express yourself.
I can express myself, but I can get paid
Yes.
tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, watching the way the music industry kind of walked away from the writer in that regard. But at the same time, I don't know if writers have ever been more necessary. Right? Because there are albums that come out now, and people go, "Is that AI?" Right? People are like, "That doesn't feel natural. That doesn't feel human."
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, writers are very necessary, but figuring out a way to make some money is very necessary. So, you know, and I don't blame labels. They're thinking, man, if I could just go, you know, get out here and on your TikTok, you know, promote that, and if it catches, great, we can make some money. If it doesn't, we didn't spend a lot of money. I get it.
Yeah.
Right? But without that radio seeding, right, to kind of help, you know, build your brand with, well, the songwriters at home watching you get 5,000 plays on Spotify thinking I haven't made a penny yet. Literally a songwriter.
Yeah,
would not
because
have
you
made a penny.
need a lot to even get to that penny.
To a penny, right? So, yeah. Guys, please stream.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, just watching the way the industry is changing and trying to figure out how to reposition yourself, so that you can, you know, make a living.
Yeah, and talk about Too Rich for My Blood and the project, and we got Red Dirt Diaries, that collection coming out, and what's it been like releasing music as your own artist, and specifically those two projects?
Man,
You've gotten a lot out in a year, man.
I've done a lot this year, man. It's
This
been a
year,
good
2025, you've been hustling, my man.
best year of my adult life, man. I tell people I'm having the most fun I've ever had with my clothes on, man. But Too Rich for My Blood is my latest single, and it's a ballad, and it's about this whole project. Let me start. The whole project, Red Dirt Diaries, is a piece of a larger project called Sugar and Salt. So this is EP1 of the large project, Sugar and Salt. And Sugar and Salt is about what I was telling you about. The day I quit is the day I started, right? And it's just the ups and downs in between. And I had gone out to LA, man, and it's making really good money, like, you know, really good money, bro. And sometimes you think, man, money is the answer to the problem, right? Because the problems that I had at home was just I didn't have enough money.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, if I could just be this person with some money, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And then you go out, you make a bunch of money, and then you realize, man, I'm lonely. The loneliest day of my life, the loneliest day of my life was the first time I ever had $100,000 in cash in my hand.
Wow.
I went to, flew out to Vegas. Again, I got $100,000 in cash in my hand, right?
It's a quick flight.
Hey,
LA to
quick
Vegas.
flight. Jump over. It's like $75 too.
Yeah.
Hop over there. That was before tariffs. Anyway,
Yep.
point being, I get over there. I get this nice room at the Wynn, and you get in there, and you know, get the nice room. The guy concierge goes, "Mr. Tillman, would you like to go to the club?" And I'm like, yeah. Would you like some company? I didn't know what that meant. Sure. So I get down there, and they bring these two ladies down. We get a section. They got bottles and, you know, sparklers, and the DJ shout me out, and da-da-da-da. And then I realized no one in here really gives a fuck about me. Like, no one knows.
No
me.
one knows who I even am.
They don't care. They just get it on spending money. And I was so sad. I probably spent $15,000 that night. But I left. I paid my little tab. I left. I called my mom. I said, "Mom, I'm coming home." I caught the next flight out to come home and take my mama's trash out. And I felt so much better taking my mama's trash out, right? Too Rich for My Blood is about the nights where I was looking for validation in the dollar, right? Just throwing money, thought that'd make me feel better. And I helped a lot of people go to college. I did do that, right? I probably paid a bunch of tuition, but it didn't make me feel much better, right? So it's those midnight ballerinas that have counseled me more than I helped them. Shout out to them.
Yeah, man, that's powerful stuff. That's powerful stuff.
Real life. But yeah, and then overall, the Red Dirt Diaries is kind of a little snapshot of just like where I'm from, kind of person I am, the kind of fun I like to have, and I wanted this project to be honest. That's what I think that may be the thing I miss the most in all music is when I didn't have to be cool. When I didn't have to be cool, where I could just be, and that's what I'm getting back to. I've written a lot of songs for cool kids. Shout out to my cool kids. But some of us just aren't that cool, man. Some of us are just working folk who we get it right sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's our fault. Sometimes it's not. And I'm trying to put that together, and say, hey man, if you feel like this is for you. And I don't care where you're from, man. You can be from Opelika. That's a lot of my folk from Opelika.
I've had some good times down there at the Auburn Rodeo.
Yeah.
Sistrunk Farms. I've hung out in Opelika.
Yes,
I've hung
sir.
out at the Sky Bar.
That's my daddy from Opelika.
Really?
Yeah, man. Spent a lot of time down in Opelika. You can be from Opelika. You can be from New York City.
That's where the Jim Bob's chicken tenders are.
My cousin is, but he's not that Jim Bob, but my cousin's name is Jim Bob. And that's why we call him that, because of Jim Bob Chicken Tenders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way.
Bob.
Dusty Slay, the comedian, used to work there.
Oh, yeah?
He worked at Jim Bob's
That's
in
crazy.
Opelika.
That's crazy. Shout out.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
One time. Opelika's a beautiful place, man. But yeah, if I don't care if I'm Opelika or New York City, man, it don't matter. Like, can you relate to that? And that's what I'm trying to do. That's it,
man. I'd say you're doing a good job at it. What was the process like of choosing these songs? You're a guy who's written, I would imagine, hundreds of thousands of songs in your day. What makes you pick these songs for those two projects, or this specific Sugar and Salt?
This specific project, I'm normally, the way to write a song is you go to the studio, they play you some music, you pick out a melody, and you write a song.
Really? That's how it works?
That's normally how it works, right? You go, right? This particular project, I did not write on a single instrument in a single studio.
Strictly lyrics.
All I did was I would just lay around and something would hit me. I'd get one line of it. And I'd sing that line until I remembered it. None of these lyrics are on paper anywhere in the world. I never wrote them down. They're not recorded on my phone anywhere in the world. If I didn't remember it, I didn't like it.
Wow.
And so I would walk into the studio, I would write the song at night, wake up whenever it may be 2 weeks before I get to the studio. I needed to remember it that long. If I didn't like it for 2 weeks, it wasn't that good. You're not going to like it if I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I would just remember it. And my friend Oak, shout out Oak, super producer. And I would go in and I go, Oak, I got this idea. And I sing him the idea. He goes, okay, let's do it like this. I go, okay. Yeah, and so these were songs that meant more to me as lyric and melody than they even did in production. I mean, shout out to my producers. You get what I'm saying? Like, shout out. But this was just kind of built out of what's the story that you want to tell? How do you get that out? How honest can you be about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I picked these. There's only 2 songs that I wrote for this project that aren't on this project. So I'm really like, I don't know, 16 for 18, right? Like, I try not to waste a song. I wasn't trying to make a project. I was just like, I really like this song. And I think that if people hear it, they'll really like it. Yeah.
Yeah. For those who haven't been to a PYNK BEARD show, how would you describe it? How would you describe your live show that you've gotten to go around the region and do?
Man, that's a good question. My live shows are like, I say, if you come with a friend, you're going to leave closer to that friend, but you're also going to leave closer to somebody you never met before. My very first show in Birmingham kind of was like a little pop-up show. I was supposed to do it for like 50 people. I really was going to throw it at my house just to get some content to start figuring it out. And once I asked people if they wanted to come, I went from 50 people I was going to throw at my house. I got a house on the lake out there. And moved to almost 700 people.
Wow.
At Regents Field.
Oh, no way.
In the ballroom at Regents Field. Like tickets and Now I got merch. In 2 weeks. In fact, in 2 weeks. Okay. But I had kids there, 4-year-olds there, and their great grandparents were there. Black people, white people, straight people, gay people, didn't matter.
All walks of life.
All walks of life, man.
Just like a church should be.
Like
it goes back to sitting next to your godmother in the pew, man.
Yes.
It goes back to it.
We danced and we sang and we laughed. And that is what a Pink Beard show is all about, man. It's about uncovering the human part. Like the part that really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like the part that really matters. And there's a part in each of us. Quick story, and I know you're probably sick of me talking.
No, never sick of you talking, Sebastian. You say whatever the hell you want.
Thank you, my man. Man, I was writing some songs out in San Diego. Keep in mind, I'm telling you about this part in each of us.
Yes.
I'm writing some songs out in San Diego one night for a friend of mine, and it's like 1:30 in the morning, and we had eaten some fungus. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So we a little tripped out.
Vibing.
Yeah, it's vibing, man. Writing some songs, wall moving around a little bit. 1:30 in the morning, I get this phone call from a friend of mine that lives in Charlotte. So it's like 4:30 in the morning there. She hits me, she says, Bash, what do you think happens when you die? Baby, right now might not be the best time to ask me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you okay? She says, yeah, I'm okay. I just had a bad dream. I said, well, again, it's not the best time to ask me that, but I just assume we go back to wherever we were before we got here, man. You remember where that was? She said, no, I don't remember that. I said, I just assume we go back there. I don't want to get into this deep theological discussion right now.
No.
So she said, okay. I said, you sure you're okay? She said, yeah. I go, well, call me if you need me. She says, okay. She hangs up the phone. About 30 minutes later, I get a text that says, I was always afraid to die, and I'm glad you told me that. I don't think I want to be here anymore. I just dropped my daughter off at my mom's house. I love you. I'll see you next lifetime. And I broke. Like, what? Like, what? Like, that's why you called? Wait, what? So I'm trying to call straight dance machine. I'm trying to find a mom. Nothing. I'm losing it.
Yeah.
Crying. My friends are trying to, like, what? I can't even get the words out. I'm just, because now I feel like this is my fault. Like,
this
I wasn't trying to encourage you to do that at all. That was not the point.
No.
Right? My brain, keep in mind, my brain's still on fungus. My brain says, hey, there's this little song you sing when you're scared. You don't know the words. You can't write it down. But if you sing it right now, I bet they sing with you. Brain, shut up. I need to find my friend. Hey, there's this little song you sing when you're scared. You don't know the words. You can't write it down. But if you sing it right now, I bet they'll sing it with you. Please shut up. I'm trying to find my friend. Third time, hey, okay. There's a little song that you sing when you're scared. You don't know the words. You can't write it down. But if you sing it right now, I bet they'll sing it with you. I recorded it on my phone. Couldn't find my friend the rest of the night. Fell asleep crying. Woke up the next morning. She had texted me that she had taken a medication that gave her ideations of self-ending. But she's okay. She threw up on the side of the road. They took her to the hospital, pumped her stomach. She's alive and well. Talked to her the other day. She's good people. So I go back to my phone. There's this little song you sing when you're scared. You don't know words. Can't write it down. Sing it right now. They'll sing it with you. I thought, what was I talking about? My brain said, oh, it's just called crying. It's this little song we all sing when we get scared, right? I do not know the words. I cannot write the song down for you. But if I sung it for you right now, you probably sing it with me, right? It's another little song we sing when we're happy. I don't know the words. I cannot write it down for you. But if I sing it to you right now, you'll probably sing it with me. And it's called Laughing, right? And there's this little thing, these two songs that we come here singing. We know them. Yeah. Right? We know these songs. And whenever we hear somebody else sing them, there's something to that, man.
Yeah.
There's something to that. There's something to that.
Yeah.
And I just want us to sing those songs again.
Yeah.
That's it. There's something to that, man.
There's
There's something really special about that.
Yeah, man.
You can't buy that. I can't take a picture of it. There's something about being human that you just can't fake.
Yeah.
And that's what my show is about.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen, brother.
Yes, sir.
A freaking man.
Yes, sir.
That's what it is,
That's
man.
what it is, man. That's what it is, bro. You can't fake that, man. You just can't fake it. I can't put that, I can't explain it no other way than that. You just got to see it. You got to feel it. And when you feel it, you know, oh, that's real. That's not a performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you watch the kids and the grandmamas, and they're not playing. They're having the time of their life, and I am too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey man, well you got some shows coming. Oh boy, I might have to try and make the drive down if I'm free. I have to look at the calendar. You're playing at Workplay,
Yes,
bro?
sir. Yes, sir.
Talk about the history of that room, because I know that's gone through a few different cycles where it was there and then it wasn't there for a second, and now it's back.
Man, shout out Workplay, man. Mike Pettapanto and I forget the other guy who used to own it. Man, and Tom Williams owned it for a while. But it's one of those like staple rooms in the city. It was one of the like first like official like this is a
where
room.
all genres of music are in.
Can come in and shout out to them, man. And I actually did my very first album release there.
Really?
Years ago. Yep.
Wow.
I actually recorded my first album there.
So how long's it been since you've played music in that room?
I did it this year, but like prior to this year, it's been 15 years.
Wow.
15 years. So it's great to be back, man. I'm so honored to have, like, they were like, hey man, come do it here. And I was like, man, thank you. You know, so shout out to Workplay and all that they've done to help support what I'm doing. I'm so happy to be just back at home to do this. It's a costume party too.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good time.
What are our costume options? What are we thinking? Is a
like,
surprise? No, I'm saying for you.
Oh,
It's a costume party, so you got to be dressed up. You already got the pink beard part figured out.
Okay, Fred, I wish I could show it to you. There is a guy, a sheriff in Georgia. I think in Forsyth County or something like that. We actually look a lot alike. He dyed his beard pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. He does not know who I am. He has no idea who I am.
Really?
But he happened to dye his beard pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I'm going to dress up as him for Halloween.
So sheriff.
I'm going to be a sheriff, but specifically this sheriff.
It's going to be this sheriff in what we think is Forsyth County.
I think it's Forsyth.
Yeah, look him up. Yeah, look him up.
Real quick.
You also got a show in New Orleans coming up out in NOLA. We were talking about that down in Siberia.
Yep. I'll be down there.
So I feel like NOLA, that's a place where they get down with some pink beard music.
Oh man, I went down there a couple months ago, man, and we had the time of our lives. Macon County.
Oh, dude, yeah.
How could I not?
Yeah, with the pink shirt, with the
how could I
badges
not
and
do
the
this?
black lid.
Right,
Yeah.
I kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
Right? You would have thought that was me.
I almost don't think it's dressing up.
Yeah. I'm just putting on the shirt.
It's like he's dressing up as you for a month.
Yes.
That's a great thing. Macon County Sheriff.
Macon County Sheriff.
Shout out Sheriff Andre Brunson.
Shout out Andre Brunson. So that's my Halloween cup. We literally look alike.
Yeah,
like I do not know this man.
Yeah, we got to get you a show in Macon.
I gotta do it,
and you
man.
could have Sheriff Brunson hop up.
I gotta
with
have
you.
him up there, man. Yes, that's one I do. But I got a couple ideas. But I may do an outfit change or something. But for sure, I wanted to shout him out for that.
What does the band look? What does a show look like as far as like how many guys you got in the band? Is it just you, or what do we?
It's me and a 5-piece, man. I got two rhythm.
Oh, a 5-piece. So you guys making a lot of noise.
Oh, we make a lot of noise. It's a loud show, man.
A loud show. And are you predominantly on piano, or do you pick up the guitar
I
a
play
little bit?
Most of the time, I just sing. But because I got the guys that are playing behind me are so good at what they
do. And are they longtime friends of yours?
Longtime friends of mine, man. Been around for forever, and I'm glad to be back home and hanging out with them. Yeah. So they're so good at what they do. I play just so people won't think I can't play. But most of the time, man, these guys are incredible.
So you get to just be a vocalist and entertainer. That has to be so refreshing for you after years of doing the musician thing and doing the songwriter thing.
Yeah, I get to run around, and I really do run around. Like my show, I'm running, I'm dancing, I teach people to dance in the middle of the show. Like I'm doing a line dance instruction. Like
wow.
It's a whole thing. Like I really get to perform.
Do we throw covers in there or strictly originals?
Throw a few covers in there, man. I'm from Alabama. You gotta sing. There's some songs you just have to
like
sing.
What?
Like Sweet Home Alabama. You gotta sing that. But
Dixieland Delight?
Dixieland Delight, I'll throw it in there every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Just for the fun.
If you're in T-Town.
Yeah. I'll throw in your school song if I feel so led.
Really?
Why not?
Like what schools have you done that?
I've done Auburn. I've done Alabama. I'd throw in a Rocket Top if I needed to.
Really? Wow.
Because I'm here to let you know that I understand.
You
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't have to be a Tennessee fan. Shout out Tennessee. I don't have to be a Tennessee fan to sing a song, man. Come on, man.
It goes back to that human element of that connecting with people, like you were talking about.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? I could put aside a little SEC vitriol for a moment. You know what I'm saying? We here to have a good time.
Where have been some of your favorite places that you've gotten to go and perform music, but either as Pink Beard or just in your life, because you've gotten to travel around. You said you went out to France pretty early in your career.
Yeah, man. One of my favorite places, period, just to go and perform is actually Bali, man.
Bali?
Bali. A little town. Well, I guess it's a big city to them, but it's a place called Ubud. Well, that's where the king of Bali lives. And there's a place in Ubud called the Laughing Buddha. and it's the cutest, incredible. So imagine you walk into a room full of Indonesian people, right? And on stage is an Indonesian band, but they play and sing whatever you'd like. And it doesn't sound Indonesian at all. Like, so if you went and heard, I don't know, perfect example. When Old Town Road came out, okay, I was in Bali with Noah Cyrus. The week after it initially dropped, I'm in Bali with Noah Cyrus. And I had been listening to the song, love the song. And Noah says, oh, my dad has a remix of that coming out next week. Or this Friday, I think it was like the following Friday. I was like, let me hear it. I was like, this is going to be the biggest song in the world. In my mind. We go to the Laughing Buddha, and they play it. I'm like, how do you guys know this song? Like, this just came out. But anyway, this wonderful little, like, live karaoke vibe, man. And I mean, I've been on some big stages in the world, but that's probably my favorite place to play. Shout out Laughing Buddha, man. Yeah.
How often do you travel around the world these days? Because it sounds like you traveled a lot when you were doing the pop writing stuff.
Yeah, I travel. This year, I've been traveling around America, right? But most years, I have a house in Italy. I get to go out there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. Me and my manager and a couple other friends, we kind of built a little, like a music house. Like, you know, come out here and you bring your gang out here and just make some music. We got 3 studios in it. And,
wow.
Yeah, 7 bedrooms, 3 studios.
Dude, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
It's really great. If you guys are looking for a place to go record, we're in the mountains of Casianella, which is in the Tuscany region.
What's your favorite country to go to? I know you're a proud Alabama boy, but traveling around the world, like, I've never been out of the country, and I'm from New York, which is crazy. You'd think a guy from New York,
Canada. I've been to Canada.
No, I haven't. And being from New York, I could fly anywhere.
Literally anywhere.
JFK, LaGuardia, Newark, I can go anywhere.
You can walk to Canada.
I could. It'd be a long walk, but I could.
Yeah. You know what's one of my favorite places on the planet to go? And before I went, I thought, why are we going here? Romania.
Really?
Romanian people are like Italians, but from the country. I can't explain
backwoods
that much,
Italians.
Yes. They are loud, fun.
The good old boys of Italian culture.
Yes, like they like your country Italian cousins. Like they curse a lot, they drink a lot, and they have the time of their lives. Like
So Romanian parties the way to go.
You're not ready. You're not ready. My friend Smiley is like a pop star in Romania.
Smiley.
One of the biggest pop stars in Romania. Good friend of mine, great songwriter.
Yeah.
That's how I met him, through songwriting. He got married. Bro, I missed the wedding because I got there a little too late. The reception for the wedding started at 4 p.m., okay? I want to give you all the details. What time do you think it ended? The reception for the wedding started at 4. What time did it end? I'm
gonna guess the way you're describing it by the time the sun came up, right?
Yeah. About 7 a.m. Every hour.
That's a 15-hour party.
Every hour they gave you a course of food. And I mean not like a nibble. Eat.
Like a full meal. Like you were eating.
Then they had a full, like, pop production of an entertainer come do an hour set. Dancing.
Every hour?
Every hour. Eat. Go back. Eat. Go back. Around 1 a.m, I was literally sitting in the corner crying. Like, not because like I was sad. I was just tired.
Like, how am I going to continue?
Bro, and his best man still going. And he had been up since 6 the following morning.
Wow, they just go. They're just built different.
They are built different. And this man is 6'5", 270. Like, this is not a little guy. This guy's like LeBron James, just getting it. Okay, Romania. If you ever want to have a good time, man, Romania. I love those people, man. Good people. Good people. One of my favorite places on the planet to visit.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Romania.
Random.
That is random. Because I hear people going to like Ibiza and like places like that.
Bro, Ibiza's great. Like, don't get me twisted. Romania, man. Romania, bro. Like, they are just like living in a different. They living different over there.
How many countries have you been to, Sebastian?
Oh my God.
I was gonna say, you're damn world traveled. You've probably filled out multiple passport books.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy.
Maybe 45 countries in all. Maybe.
No shit.
I've been on a bunch.
And they're all pretty much. Are they all pretty much work trips, or have we
a lot
traveled
of
for
work
pleasure?
trips. A lot of work trips. I do not travel for pleasure. I'm a homebody. I go to work, I go home, right? So
You're a homebody that's been to
but I've been to 45 countries.
Is that crazy when you say it out loud?
Yes,
You're a
it's true. True.
from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes.
And you've traveled 45 countries.
Yes, but I don't try. My first vacation, like to another place, like leisure. I just took it this year. My girlfriend forced me to take her. Well, I say forced. Well, technically it was still America, but we went to the Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands. That was my first time taking a leisure vacation.
Yeah, I'm taking my first trip out of the country in January. I'm just going to St. Lucia, so it's
Hey,
still kind
man.
of America.
Yeah,
Have you been down there before?
Absolutely.
What's it like down there? What's the
islands-
Caribbean like? Because
the
I've done
Caribbean
Key
is
West,
a
but I've
place,
never
bro.
been.
Again, it's all about people. The geography is beautiful. You're gonna see a lot of beautiful things, but a country is made by the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the people down there are just dolls. They're just dolls, man. And yeah, that's what I like about Romania. Is just it's all about the people. Bali the same way. It's all about the people, and the people in those places are just incredible.
And every place has good people.
Yes.
It just might take you a little bit
Might
longer
take you
to
a little
find
longer
them.
to find. London is a cool city, but the people are in such a hurry that you it's like you don't.
It's
really
like
get to-
Europe's New York City.
Yes, it literally is. It's bro. If you get off in like the Midtown London, you will swear you know where you are. Like it looks so much like Manhattan. You'll be like, "There's a Burger King right here," and there is.
Wow.
A bank should be right here. There is. It's like you play Grand Theft Auto or something. And
Yeah.
You've been to the city. You're like, "Oh yeah, that's where that's supposed to be." It feels like a Grand Theft Auto version of
Wow.
weird. But it's a good city, but you don't get to meet the people as much as you do.
Yeah.
People are they're moving a little slower. They're just in their normal, natural.
And they enjoy your company when you're coming from the outside. They want to show you their
And they
culture.
want to make some money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and they wanna make
So
That's a part of it.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
still keep in touch with a lot of the homies and a lot of the artists you got to collaborate with back in LA?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
What have their thoughts been on the Pink Beard
They were
exploration
really
that
proud
you've been
of me,
going?
man. A really good friend of mine, and I say this not the name drop, but would swear by this man.
Yeah.
Teddy Swims is a good man.
Dude can sing.
Can sing his.
How long you known him?
I've known Teddy about 3-4 years now.
Could you tell right when you first was he one of those guys when he walked in the room you're like this is something special?
Man, you hear it, you just like, all right, buddy. All right, guy.
All right,
Come on,
stop
man.
it. Stop
it. Save some mic for the rest of us, guy. No, just a really good guy, good man. And when I first started, I was like, man, Teddy, tell me what you think about this, man. He was like, bro, I think you're really, really on this something. And all my friends been really supportive of that, man. And I've made really good friends in the industry. They've all been like super supportive, man, super supportive, and I'm so thankful to each of them.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. What's something that you would tell yourself, like either 5 years ago when the world's shutting down and you're in the middle of it, or like going back to 2012 when you're taking that trip out to LA and Michael calls you and you get that song cut by J-Lo that has a success? Like, what's something that you know, being where you are now at in 2025, what's something that you would tell your past self? Just about life, career, anything.
Find the feeling, right? Like, don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the recognition. Do it for the feeling, right? And do it for your happiness. And when you do it for your happiness, do it until you're happy too, right? Like the happiness is multifaceted, right? You'll be happy that you did something, but then find the happiness in doing it well. And then find the happiness in working through it, and then find the happiness in getting somebody else to hear it.
Yeah.
And then because a lot of artists, we have short attention spans. We just want to do the thing that we like, and it's like, okay, I've done it, right? But now, how do you market it? Find a way to make yourself happy marketing it. Find a way to make yourself happy, networking. Find a way to make yourself happy in the pieces that you don't like. I would push myself to find that happiness early.
Find that happiness.
Yeah. Excuse me.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
what
sir.
it's all about. Do we know when Sugar and Salt's looking at coming out?
Well, probably the whole thing will probably be out maybe spring next year. I'm gonna do another EP. It won't be called Red Dirt Diaries, but something similar.
Yeah.
And then probably by spring of next year, the whole thing
Awesome,
will be
dude.
out.
And then plug the steakhouse and the bar one time.
Hey,
'Cause
man.
next time I'm in Birmingham, I gotta go.
1525 First Avenue South, man. We're Michael's Steakhouse. Upstairs, I got Bar Sebastian. We're right next to Regents Field. right there by the Negro League Baseball Museum. And
I
right
got to
across
check
from
that out too. I'm a huge baseball guy. I would love to come down and experience that history.
Good times, good times. Right across from Railroad Park, man. And y'all come out. I mean, not to brag, but we do win all the awards on restaurant.
Really? How long have you had that place open?
I've been down there for 5 years, but I've been in business for 8.
Okay.
Been in business for 8 years. Been in that particular location for 5 or 6.
What made you want to go into that restaurant business?
Did not want to. My mom used to own a health clinic, like a natural health spa kind of thing. And she thought she was looking for a new location. She found this location that was in a hotel. She's like, oh, we could be the spa in this hotel. And realized that they weren't selling a location, they were selling a restaurant. And she's like, let's get into a restaurant. And I was like, okay, Mom, let's buy a restaurant. So I bought a restaurant. And yeah. It's been, restaurants are really a labor of love in a lot of ways. You don't really make that much money in a restaurant, but you find a lot of happiness, man.
Yeah, you put happiness on people's faces.
Yeah, man.
Good food.
Yeah. I get to meet a lot of good people. I help a lot of kids get through school. You do a lot of good in the community in the restaurant.
That's what it's about, man. You seem like such a proud community guy, man. I love it, man. And your story just freaking blows my mind. You ever been down to Floribama?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So hit me with the Floribama story real quick, because I'm going down to Frank Brown Songwriters Festival next month.
Oh, you're gonna have time. Like, okay.
I love the Bama.
The thing about it is, think Florida, think Alabama. It's Floribama.
Yes, yeah.
Like, it's the perfect name for a city.
Perdido Key, baby.
Yes, like it's the perfect name for a city because it is, and you like not a lot of times people think about Florida, think about like Miami and Orlando, but Florida and Alabama are a lot more alike than they are
Especially
different.
that redneck Riviera and that panhandle, baby.
Yeah, get prepared to put your liver through some troubles, man.
Bushwhackers on bushwhackers on bushwhackers.
Man, please, man.
Eating them grouper and fries.
But the fish is gonna be great. Fish is gonna be great, man. You're gonna have a great time. You're probably gonna hear a whole lot of Leonard Skinner too.
Yes, a lot of music.
You can enjoy yourself, man. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I love the Bama. That'll be sick, man. That'll be a good time. Well, Sebastian, I appreciate you hanging out here with me, man. And I wish you all the success. I can't wait to come down to Birmingham, kick it with you.
Come see
me. When do we have the next like Nashville play? Like, when are you back up here to?
I'm back up here in November doing. I think it's a Red Bull Jukebox. They're doing a party to kind of open up Red Bull Jukebox, and they're gonna let me perform there. So
sick!
I'll be around then. Awesome, I'll be in Nashville as often as I can. As often as you'll have me.
Well, I got your phone number now, so now we can. I want to get you on one of our events that we do, one of our Raised Rowdy nights,
yes,
man.
Sir,
I want to experience the human element and experience the passion that is a Pink Beard show.
Yes, sir.
And I want our crowd to experience
that,
sir.
Man.
Thank
you, man.
Seriously, man, absolute pleasure. Appreciate the hell out of you. Y'all be sure to check out our man. Check out Sebastian Kole, Pink Beard. Check out the music. If you're in Alabama, I know we got a lot of Alabama folks that watch this thing. Get down to Work Play. It's happening on, I believe it's October 24th. Yes, bring a costume and hang out with the sheriff. It's gonna be awesome. And if you're down in NOLA, actually, this will be out after, but if you were down in NOLA and at the NOLA show, hope you had a great time in Siberia. At the Siberia, not in Siberia. Although we were talking about Romania. Shout out to all the Romanians if there's any watching here. Comment if you're from out of the country in a place that you think you party harder than Romania.
I doubt it.
If you watch all the way through. I doubt it, man. I doubt it, but I'll be sure to look up Pink Beard. That's PYNK Beard. PYNK Beard. Look up our man Pink Beard. Be on the lookout for new music coming real freaking soon, and go stream what's out. And if you're passing through Alabama, go check out the restaurant. For more on us, visit RaiseYourEye.com. Shout out to our friends from Surfside. No bubbles, no troubles. We're gonna send old Sebastian here home with an 8-pack. You can enjoy that stuff. The no carbonation. They're crushable. That's what we like to say in the Raised Rowdy world. But for my man Sebastian, I'm Matt Burrill. This has been Outside the Round.
I ain't never been the kind for staying in one place for too long. I ain't never been the best at saying I love you to a girl I love. Only got a couple tricks on my sleeve. They usually just make them leave.